So, second vlog this week. Feeling saucy. Really tired today. Having a bad hair day. Don't care. Just wanted to tell you these stories. I wrote blogs about both of them. I'll see if I can figure out how to. Maybe I'll just put that in the comments because I don't know how to put it on my video. Because I know you guys are dying to listen to me and read what I have to say. Anyways, this is just about customer service, and these are like two of my all-time favorite stories. My first one about good customer service is about Nike, the big Just Do It company. I had the most amazing customer service experience with them. Like, I can't even explain how amazing it was. I saw this ad in a magazine. I mean, right now it's probably been like 18, 19 years ago. And it was just a really cool ad. And it was like trees, and there was snow everywhere. And it was like a path between the trees, and nobody had walked on the snow. And in the very bottom corner, it said, "Enjoy the weather." And then it had the Nike swoosh. I was infatuated with that. I loved it. So I cut that out of the magazine. You guys remember when we used to have magazines and cut stuff out? And I had it on at my desk at work where I could see it. Well, then I left that job and I went to another job, and I didn't take my magazine cutout with me. Shocker. But then a few years later, I mean, it's probably been 10 years ago from now, I was like, ugh, I really loved that picture. I just loved it. I wish I could find it again. What do I got to lose? So I called fucking Nike. I called their customer service. There's people at the bar. Hold on. Don't come over here. So anyway, I called customer service and I was like, hey, so you guys had this ad a few years back in the magazine that was in a doctor's office, and there was snow, and it said, "Enjoy the weather." And this young man on the phone was super entertaining to me. He was like, "Oh, okay, ma'am," and asked me questions, and I explained it to him, and I was like, I don't know what magazine it was. I don't know if it was a free one we got. I don't know if we paid for it. I think it was at work. I work at a doctor's office. Does that help you? No, ma'am, it doesn't help me at all. So I was like, okay. And I kept explaining to him, and he would look up stuff, and he was actually looking at things on the internet and then telling me where to go to look at. Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? And I was like, no. Why can't you find it? I've given you everything in the picture. I didn't say that because he was just super, he was humoring me, and he was so nice. And so, I was on the phone with him for quite some time, and he eventually was like, well, I'm gonna have to do a little more research, and I can't find it, and this and that, and if I find it, I'll call you. I'll let you know. I was like, okay, thank you for your help, sir. Which honestly, at this point, I was like, that was really fucking nice of him. He took time out of his day. He looked on the internet with me, which that's his whole fucking job. But I don't care. He could have been a dick to me. He could have been like, no, I don't know what you're talking about, which you catch me at the right time, and that's what I would have said. But then he calls me back, and he was like, oh, hey, ma'am, this is such and such from Nike. I was like, yeah, hey. And he goes, funny story. The person in the cubicle next to me has your picture as their screensaver. And I was like, what? And he found the fucking advertisement. He found it. He gave me the website, not Nike. It was this was long enough ago that you go to websites to get background pictures and whatever. And he gave me the website to go get that as my background. And he sent it to me. He helped me. And I was I pulled it up when I was on the phone with him. I think literal tears. I am telling you what. I told him it was a picture with snow and trees, and I think there was a park bench, and it said, "Enjoy the weather." That's literally it. I'm going to put the photo in here so you can see it and see that's all it is. I wish I knew this kid's name from Nike, and I hope he's running the company now, because he is fucking, I mean, he's my favorite. But like the fact that he went like above and beyond and did all that, I was very impressed. Very, very impressed. Here's the picture. Second tale of customer service is a little closer to my heart. So when my mom's brother passed away, she went to San Francisco to help tie up everything, tie up loose ends, get his affairs in order. And she went there with her brother, sister-in-law, and my cousins, my uncle's daughters. And so when she was leaving San Francisco, she was in the airport, and she was just trying to occupy her mind, I assume, or just shopping, which is, what my mom loves to do. She saw these sweatshirts and she just loved it, but she didn't buy it. I don't know why she didn't buy it. But anyways, she ended up like contacting the store later and bought these sweatshirts. One sweatshirt, bought two of them. Bought one for her, bought one for Elsie. That's important in the story. So it's a super generic sweatshirt. I'll try to get a picture of it, but here it is in real life. It's a San Francisco, California, 1850. Unique, one of a kind little piece of work here. So my mom ended up buying a sweatshirt for her, a sweatshirt for Elsie. This was several years ago. I don't know, like 6-7 years ago. And I know this because my adventure to get her back her sweatshirt was in December of 2016. So it was like 2 years before that. It's like 6 years ago. So at some point, my mother's sweatshirt, it went missing. It's gone. My mother can't find it. Now my daughter has her sweatshirt, wears her sweatshirt every fucking day. I documented this on Snapchat, I think. Like every day she wore it, and she wore it every single day. And then one day my mom was like, I wish I had my sweatshirt. My mother asks for nothing from anybody. So I was like fighting back the tears, and I was like, I get that fucking sweatshirt. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just take that and put that in my pocket. Next day, oh, hello, San Francisco Airport. May I talk to one of your news stores that has sweatshirts? There's so fucking many of them. There's so many. So I just called these places and I was like, hi, I'm looking for a sweatshirt. And it says San Francisco, California, 1850. It's gray. Yeah, okay, cool. So that went about how you thought it went. I ended up, apparently, Hudson News. My mom thought it was from Hudson News. Well, apparently, all the fucking places in the airports are Hudson News. It's the Hudson Group, and they just go by different names. So I contacted them, and I ended up emailing them. And I was like, hey, here's a picture of a sweatshirt. Might you happen to have this? I'm looking for it. I am not even kidding you, friends. Within like an hour, they had emailed me back. I had this sweatshirt like within like 2 or 3 days. It was fucking phenomenal. They're like, oh yeah, we have that. We can get it to you. I called them on the phone, gave them a credit card. That great. We'll send it to you. And I was like, are you sure? Like, did you get my picture? Are you sure it's the right one? They're like, yeah, we got it. We'll do it. We take care of it. It's done. Here's a tracking number. I was like, okay. I feel like that was real easy for me just to be calling. And then I got the sweatshirt, and it was the sweatshirt. Oh my God. And it was so amazing. And the fact that I could like get it and like give it to my mom, and she had no fucking clue. And all I had was, I bought it at the San Francisco airport. Bitch, I found it, and I'm so excited about it. And I love this story because the first time that we went to San Francisco, I went with my mother, and she bought a sweatshirt. Let me get that. My mother doesn't wear it anymore. She gifted it to my daughter, I think, because Elsie was not super cool with me putting it on the video, because she was like, I don't know if I took this from Sue or she gave it to me. I think Sue gave it to her. If not, she's returning it to Sue. Anyways, my mother wore this sweatshirt all the time and loved it. And then I think she gifted it to my daughter. And then they wore these other San Francisco sweatshirts all the time. And then my mom's went missing, and it just broke my heart. It just broke my heart. So I was so proud of myself for doing that. That was almost 4 years ago, and I'm still proud of myself for it. And Elsie has both of these sweatshirts now, and she still wears them regularly. We had to pull this one out of the laundry. This one is, she doesn't wear this as regularly, but she made me locate it, and I believe it's coming back in rotation. So I made her find them, and I was like, oh, I need your picture with them on. She was like, no, I'm comfy in this sweatshirt. I was like, she goes, just take a picture of me with it on my head. Like I have this one, because I have a picture of her with this one on her head. I'm going to put those pictures in right here, because that's what she agreed to do. And she's making an appearance on the vlog this route. After further investigation, she didn't have that sweatshirt on her head. She had the sweatshirt on and a blanket on her head. I asked her to recreate it, but she wasn't interested, which is fine. But I also have that original picture. So those pictures seem stupid because you don't know the backstory. I'm sorry about that.